$16,000 a unit? Oh, dude, that's bad for Tesla. What? Amazon is developing software for humanoid robots that could eventually take the job of delivery workers. Now that's interesting because I believe that you could have robo-taxis delivering packages, but the big question was, who's gonna get the package out of the car? Do you just have like a giant boot kicker that automatically like boot kicks your package onto your lawn, but then it's gonna get damaged? It's a problem. So you actually need a robot to walk up your stairs and put it, behind the pillar of your house so your neighbor doesn't steal your Amazon package. In doing so, Amazon is paving the way to automate a major part of its operation, the delivery of parcels around the world. I think Amazon is a low-key, a highly undervalued robotics plan. They use a lot of robotics in their distribution centers. Obviously, they've got the AWS server infrastructure that they could probably train their proprietary models on without the risk of intellectual property being stolen, because they could essentially conceal the work that they're doing for their vision approaches on robotics or their partnerships or whatever. It's kind of interesting. Then, as part of the project, Amazon is putting the finishing touches on a humanoid park. Okay, I want to go to a humanoid park. This is like one of those parkour parks. Parkour! An indoor obstacle course for one of the company's San Francisco offices. I want to visit, where it will soon test such robots. The move comes as numerous large firms across the tech industry, including NVIDIA, Google, and Tesla, develop software or humanoid or hardware for humanoid robots, which could have been buoyed by recent advances in AI, allowing robots to better mimic human movements. Totally fair. Mind you, I don't think Amazon has the valuation premium for robotics that Tesla does. Like Tesla, I believe, sells for a valuation premium because of hope around Optimus, whereas Tesla, I don't think Amazon, nobody really cares about. It's just Tesla's getting the premium. Amazon, and I think that's also in fairness, though, to Tesla, because Tesla is a manufacturer. Amazon isn't manufacturing these robots, as far as we're aware. Amazon has been at the forefront of robotics for years and has automated some warehouse jobs by developing or acquiring robots. That's true. They have acquired robotics companies. But it has a large financial incentive to automate the delivery of these parcels, given it oversees hundreds of thousands of people who handle such work. This is fair because you have to think about this too. This kind of artificial intelligence work would be replacing highly paid laborers in America, which obviously is bad for longer term employment in America. But people in parcel delivery in America earn a lot of money compared to, somebody maybe overseas working in customer service or whatever, right? This is U.S. highly expensive labor that also has highly expensive workers' comp rates. Not only do you need commercial vehicle insurance for the vehicles, but you need the vehicles, which they're still going to burn gas to get around, but it's the person driving it that's the risk. They get out, they trip on people's lawns, they slide on people's sidewalks, then they sue for whatever. Medical claims or a massive part of the industry that gets replaced if you don't have humans delivering packages and tripping over people's lawn toys and shovels and rakes and pitchforks. Amazon is developing the AI software that would power such robots, this person said, and plans to use the hardware from other firms in tests. I wonder if they could partner with Tesla. Partner up with Tesla and use some Optimus robots. Aristox Market says, what about Sim for robotics? I love Symbotic. I actually think Symbotic is a great play for broader automation. And I don't think they sell for a very high premium right now. They've been stuck around $30 for a while, I feel like. At least my memory. They just sort of bob around. Okay. In the 20s is where they've been really bobbing around. You can see that here. But I think this is a decent play. It seems like they bottom around 16 to $17. So who knows? Maybe you'll have a better chance to buy them soon, especially since, look at this nasty downtrend they're on. And this is a great play for warehouses, but the trade war probably really hurts them because, oh, this is disgusting. Look at that. The trade war probably really hurts them because you have so much damage from just the uncertainty around manufacturing and what's going to come of, are we going to see manufacturing growth, or are we just going to be happy surviving right now? So, anyway, come back to that. See your super chat there. We'll come to that in a sec. Sometimes people send me super chats and I'm right in the middle of an analysis on another deal or company, and then I get like a total left field super chat. And like, I feel bad, but you're asking me about Weeble while I'm literally in the middle of a robotics segment. So you're gonna have to give me a second. Anyway, Amazon is developing AI software that powers such robots. Okay, the initial obstacle course they're developing is roughly the size of a coffee shop. Oh, that's tiny. Coffee shops are tiny. That's lame. That plan mirrors the way self-driving car developers are developing their vehicles by first testing them in closed courses before expanding to public street testing. Right. Amazon, mind you, is also working Zoox because they bought Zoox, and they operate very well in Vegas. And you see them there every day, and they're on the streets with Waymos. So if you haven't seen those yet, keep an eye out for Zoox, Z-O-O-X. Amazon hopes humanoid robots will be able to hitch a ride in the back of Rivian vans. Oh, no way. Hey, shout out to Rivian. I wonder how Rivian's doing. Have they gotten their profitability up? Let's do a quick, since we're on sort of this note of like Amazon and robotics, let's take a quick look at the financials over at Rivian. Let's see what we got here. So Rivian, we've got a Q4, Q1. Looks like I got a press release on Q1 for May 6th. That means I should have a 10Q out on filings. So here we go. Automotive revenues did increase. Actually, automotive and software together. Oh, here we go. Okay, wow, they're selling a lot more software. Where'd all this software revenue come from? 318 in software and services. I wonder if these are like repair services or something. But absent software and services, Rivian actually shrunk in automotive revenues. However, they were gross profitable, of course, because automotive expenses are going to be a lot greater. We had a lot more scale here. I mean, you had positive operating margin, gross profit on the automotive segment for their vehicles. No way. That's great for Rivian. Still losing money hand over fist and burning cash like crazy. But they spent $830 million manufacturing cars that they sold for $922. That's bullish Rivian. I haven't actually seen, I mean, we know they burn money again like crazy, but I haven't seen much action on their stock. In fact, you've got this nasty downtrend that's been going on forever, which makes sense because they're essentially plundering the stock to try to fund these business operations. But that is interesting. And Amazon does have a big investment in Rivian that they've already made, so Rivian's already benefited from that. But anyway, this is why I think Amazon is such an interesting consolidator. I wouldn't actually be surprised if Amazon potentially just ends up buying out Rivian once they become more profitable. I mean, what's the market cap of Rivian right now? See, that's the way to do it, is let Rivian burn the Rivian shareholders for now, while they're a $16 billion market cap. As soon as they start becoming more profitable, buy them out for $30 billion. Now you have the manufacturing that Tesla has in a profitable manner, and you're making your robotics. You could acquire companies. Hell, you could even go acquire Symbotic at the same time. You know, Symbotic's trading for $16 billion as well. So, you know, here, you want robotics manufacturers and vehicle manufacturers, you could easily go have your pick, because look at the size of Amazon. You know, Amazon right now is a $2.29 trillion company. You would even notice their stock dilution to absorb these companies. Pretty incredible. Amazon's human delivery workers are currently using more than 20,000 Rivians. Wow. And the company has placed one Rivian van inside its humanoid park to help with the testing. Oh, that's awesome. How is it the size of a coffee shop, though? Like, I guess the van technically doesn't have to move. You just park the van inside the coffee shop facility, and then it has to get in and out and go over stairs and toys or whatever. It's honestly brilliant. Like, I think Jeff Bezos is nearly, he might actually be, to some regards, smarter than Elon. Not like in every regard, but he doesn't go out of the way to say stupid shit. Like, he focuses on what can we do to make Amazon the best company ever. And that seems to be his focus. You know, as well as like with Blue Origin and that, you know, it's sort of very similar to the Elon path. I do think Bezos is following Elon. So I think Elon is kind of like you know, he's burning down the weeds and kind of paving the path, and Bezos is following him. But in doing so, Bezos creates way fewer enemies. So Musk is unfortunately in that awkward place where if you're the first, you're usually getting all the downside associated with it, whereas Bezos can kind of navigate that. And I think from a business point of view, that's a smarter point of view. Like in terms of actual innovation, I think Elon's going to be more creative and more intelligent in that direction. So it's an idea. But anyway, Amazon has said it will be adding more Rivian delivery vans to its fleet, reaching 100,000 electric vehicles on the road by 2030. It's unclear if the companies will test the robots using other delivery vehicles. Replacing delivery workers entirely would require automating the vehicles they drive. Amazon has been developing self-driving cars via Zoox, the company it acquired in 2020. While Zoox says it's solely focused on robo-taxis, the company mocked up a concept version of an autonomous delivery vehicle when it was pitching itself to potential buyers ahead of the Amazon acquisition. Really? I want to see. Where's the mock-up? They linked the article. I mean, I don't want to read the article. I want to see the mock-up. This was from Zoox. Tech firms are still splurging on pet projects. All right, whatever. All right. Even if Amazon keeps human delivery driver behind the wheel, the humanoid robot could theoretically help deliver packages to one building or house while the driver delivers to another, speeding up the delivery timeframes. Now that's interesting. You know, having sort of a robot assistant. Hey, you take that side of the block, I'll take this side. Amazon spokesperson didn't immediately have a comment. It isn't clear how many years Amazon thinks it will take for such a robot to handle these duties. But this summer, Amazon will test a variety of humanoid robotics, including one from Chinese-based Unitree. $16,000 a unit? Oh, dude, that's bad for Tesla. What? No, because Elon's targeting 25K. Unitree Robotics. That's the problem, man. These Chinese, they're so good at manufacturing cheaply, and they do good stuff, too. Like, the quality has been going up. We always used to think of them as, like, the cheap Barbie doll manufacturers. But now, they're just creating incredible products. There it is. Because, I mean, look at, like, you know, a company. I'm going to show you two companies that I really like. And that I think, you know, are doing fantastic work. And these are companies that you know about, and they're Chinese companies, and they do phenomenal work. Okay, the first is Segway. Chinese company. The scooters are mega popular because you can basically buy your own Lime scooter. Like, Jack is dying for one of these scooters. Maybe one day we'll get one. I love the go-karts. I've been promoting these go-karts for years. These go-karts are freaking amazing. We use them almost every single day, right? Chinese company. It's all made in China. Here's another Chinese company, DJI. These drones are phenomenal. The cameras, phenomenal. They're, you know, basically copying the GoPro style cameras. The Osmo Pocket's pretty impressive. The stabilizers, you don't really need that crap anymore these days. Those are pretty impressive. The Ronin's not worth it. The mic products are incredible. You want to know another Chinese company that's just absolutely smoking it when it comes to content creation? Insta360. The 360 cameras, like the X5, really good quality stuff. Use my affiliate link, metkevin.com/360. Hook a brother up. Anyway, really good. I use these in my aviation videos. You know, I haven't actually posted this video yet, but I'll give you a quick little sample because I think it's funny. And you'll see Insta360 clips from it. And my point of bringing this up is when it comes to these humanoid robotics, it's not a surprise to me that Amazon is willing to partner with a Chinese company to do these robotics because they could just pick the best robotics company. They don't have to make a bet on their own robots succeeding. They can literally just utilize any robotics manufacturer who can provide what they need in a cheap manner, right? So I'll show you this, but my Insta360 is right here. You can, I think I've since moved it, But this Insta360 gives me an interesting view. I think it's actually in this shot. It's my outside shot, and I could use it inside. I'm still trying to find the best place for it. Like, I gotta move my little cable here to get rid of the reflection on the dashboard of the plane. I got my passengers back here. But listen to the plane yell at me, okay? You wanna make fun of me? This was a really hard non-autopilot flight over the mountains. You can actually see the mountains right here, like 800 feet below me, and I'm turning over this ridge into the valley. And my point is, I'm basically using a bunch of Chinese products to record this, and this is a Brazilian aircraft, the Embraer. But listen to Bitchin' Betty get mad at me. She gets pissed. Ready for this? She gets so pissed.
All the way.
Oh yeah, it's so out.
So a little fast, but the glide path is starting to come in here.
Sink rate. Pull up. Go around, wind shear ahead. Unstable approach. Sink rate.
Pissed.
All of them. You're good. You're good.
500.
Speed's trending down. We're stable. Runway 22's all yours.
Anyway, you can see my land, and then let's get back to the Amazon piece.
Boom. Runway's made.
Power's out.
Insta360, Chinese product. Great.
Oh, shit balls, dude. That was hard. Oh, man, dude.
Good. You did really.
Actually, I think I give you... Do I have another angle here? Yeah, here's my Insta360. I could rotate it around, and you get our, fist bump.
Yeah, good job, buddy.
Yeah, that was like
That was
a little...
sick. Holy
it was
shit.
a little bit quick, but you made it work.
For the landing there. So, this is like the Chinese technology is so good. So good. And so using these products, like, I don't blame Amazon at all for getting into these Chinese products. So Unitree G1, humanoid agent AI. Oh, okay, here comes agentic AI. Okay, interesting. So flexible beyond ordinary people. Look at that hip. These hips don't lie. I mean, that's impressive, dude. I don't want... Oh my gosh, that's actually really impressive. Did you see that in the rocks like that? I mean, it probably took him 17,000 takes to get that shot. This is pretty impressive. Imitation and reinforcement learning driven. Right. That face looks kind of cool, too. And this is how China leaves America in the dust, says Scott. Yeah, it really is. I mean, these are, like, I understand Optimus, and we're all excited about Optimus, but dude, the freaking Chinese, man. Run agent. Not only can they do stuff great, but they can do it cheap. Contact sales. Look at this. They got the more expensive version, contact sales. Price, tax and shipping excluded. 8-month warranty, baby. 8-month warranty. Oh, well, this sucks. Battery life, 2 hours. But I mean, they're just getting started, right? And I still think these robots need like anal ass chargers. That's redundant. Where like when you go sit back in the Amazon Rivian, you're basically sitting on a charging stick. But it plans to try humanoid robotics from other providers too. Okay. By using a variety of robot forms, Amazon aims to collect diverse data that can be used to quickly train new humanoids. Though transferring data from one robot body to another can't easily be done today. That's fair. You kind of have to train each of them individually. Like, it's kind of why I don't think we've seen other manufacturers adopt Teslas just yet. So, like other kinds of AI, training a robot in specific environment, like humanoid park runs, the risk that robots will master the course by memorizing every twist and turn, but malfunction when it comes to actual work. Yeah, that's true too. This concern that like, hey, if you just memorize it, you'll never actually get good at doing a real job in a dynamic environment. That's true. That's why those edge case scenarios are so important for Tesla. So, but this is really important. Amazon has worked with humanoids before. They started testing digibots. Humanoid robotic developers mimicking human form is the easiest way to put robots to work in jobs humans perform. This is why I think in factories this will be most important. But they're coming. The robots are coming, boys and girls. Hey, quick reminder, if you want to earn a 5% yield plus all of the upside in my real estate startup, we are offering a non-accredited investor round where we will pay you a 5% yield plus you get all of the upside in the stock when your stock converts in the future. It gives you an opportunity to diversify away from rich stock market valuations, diversify away from most tariff risk, diversify away from the craziness of the treasuries market, especially with these Moody's downgrades. You diversify into fixer-upper real estate, which is what I believe I do best. This is my baby. I call it my little Berkshire Hathaway. Now, maybe I'm biased, but I've got over $5 million of my own money invested into this business, and I'm so excited for what I think we're going to be able to do with this business over not just the next years, but the next decades. So if you want to invest in my real estate startup, go to househack.com and know that I will do everything for this business in my power to make sure we can do the absolute best that we can. Make sure to read the solicitations and disclosures on the HouseHack website because there is risk with every investment.